hope. Joining us once again is Terence Santos De La Rosa Sims from Chicago Commons Senior Services. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing swell-tastic. And how have you been?
Hey, I'm doing the best I can with every 24 hours I get.
For sure. All right, so Chicago Commons does so much for seniors, but many people may not realize the full scope of your services. Can you paint the picture for us? I mean, what are some of the services that Chicago Commons provides, and how do they help older adults stay independent while continuing to enjoy life?
At Chicago Commons, our mission is to help older adults age with dignity, as you mentioned, independence and purpose. We provide a comprehensive continuum of services designed to support seniors wherever they are in their aging journey. Our programs include home care services that assist with daily living activities, adult day services that provide social engagement, wellness activities, and health monitoring, as well as care coordination and family support services. What makes these services so important is that they allow seniors to remain in their homes, age in place in the communities for as long as possible while maintaining their quality of life. We are not just providing services, though. We are building relationships, fostering connection, and helping older adults continue to thrive.
But what does a typical day look like for someone participating in your adult day services?
A typical day, vast different activities any given day. They may come in. We may exercise the first part of the morning. Then they may have breakfast, educational activities, games. There may be cards. Any given day, there could be an event where we go out into field. We may have an outing that day to the museum, concert, play. In the afternoon, we have lunch. There may be some music that we may play. We may dance. Very creative. We take a very eclectic approach to not only engaging the seniors in the activities that we may lay out for, but we also engage them to see what they like to do. If we haven't done some things, activities that they may be interested in, we'll incorporate that in our calendar and make sure that, all our seniors get as much activities and engagement as possible any given day of the week.
What surprises families the most once they get involved?
They realize how much here at Chicago Commons we really get invested in their loved ones. This is just not a service that we provide to seniors. We literally take seniors in, we look at them, we take the approach of a holistic approach where we look at the individual as a whole person. So we treat them like family. Now, while that may seem cliche in many respects, we have very dedicated, passionate individuals that love what they do. They look forward to coming to work every given day. They know people by first names. They know them personally. They know their family members. When seniors are having a bad day, they know personalities. And this is something that you learn over time, but you really have to engage and get to know each individual on a personal level in order to even get to that point. And quite a few times, the loved ones of our seniors that participate in our adult day service, they really commend us a lot of times because they say, wow, my mother really loves such and such. And they'll name them by name because we do make these personal connections, and they look forward to meeting and greeting certain people that come every day. Yeah, I think that interpersonal connection is what really surprises the family members.
I love that because so many seniors believe asking for help is like they're losing their independence, or they just don't want to bother anybody, or they feel like they're a burden. When in reality, the right support often helps them. Let's talk about what families are experiencing today. Many adult children are working full-time, raising children of their own while also caring for aging parents. Seniors themselves are facing rising costs, transportation challenges, and sometimes loneliness. What do you see as the biggest challenges seniors and caregivers are facing today? And how is it that Chicago Commons is able to help ease some of those burdens?
Many seniors today face challenges such as social isolation, chronic health conditions, transportation barriers, food insecurity, and navigating a complex healthcare system. Family caregivers are often balancing careers, raising families, and caring for aged loved ones, which can create a tremendous stress and burnout. Chicago Commons actually addresses these challenges through a holistic approach. We focus on the whole person, as I mentioned, not just their physical needs, but also their emotional, social, and mental well-being. Through our adult day services, home care programs, and our extended value community partnerships, We help reduce isolation, support healthy aging, and we provide families with a peace of mind knowing that their loved ones are receiving compassionate, high-quality care. We believe aging should not be about simply just aging and adding years to your life, but adding life to those years.
So you got bars, man. So
there you go.
How important is it with transportation in helping seniors remain active?
So Chicago Commons actually has its own buses. So there is twofold. Some of our seniors, they transport to our adult day services through the PACE system. So they have a PACE bus come and pick them up and they'll bring them here. But Chicago Commons has its own buses. So we provide our own transportation. We pick you up from your home and we drop you back off at the end of the day. So from that aspect, it works out conveniently. That way, family members don't have to worry about trying to get their loved ones to services on time, especially if they live with their loved one that participates in the program. They don't have to worry about hustling to try to get them ready and get them off and so that they can go to work on time any given day. We provide that front door service to and from.
There are many organizations that serve older adults throughout Chicago. What makes Chicago Commons different? Why do families continue coming back and trusting your team year after year, besides the fact that you have your own buses?
You know what? Chicago Commons has been serving communities for more than a century, since 1894. And the legacy is built on trust, compassion, and a deep commitment to empowering people across every stage of life. What sets us apart is our person-centered approach. We don't believe in one-size-fits-all services. Every senior has their own unique story, unique needs, and unique goals. We take the time to understand those needs and create individualized plans that honor their independence and dignity. We also recognize that caring for seniors means supporting families. Our teams work closely with ones to ensure that they have the resources, guidance, and support they need. Families trust Chicago Commons because they know we see people beyond the services. We don't just care for seniors, we care about them.
You've given us a story behind the culture of Chicago Commons. Like you talked about how the relationships matter, the staff, the personalized approach. But sometimes statistics are not nice. But sometimes those stories kind of just offset them. And those are what people remember. Without sharing anything confidential, can you tell us about a senior or family whose life was truly changed because they connected with Chicago Commons?
Well, Don, I'm glad you mentioned that because, stats actually show one picture. That's the quantitative side. But what's just as important, if not more important, especially when you're in human services and social services, is that qualitative side. I got a million stories, but I'll tell you one most recently within the last few months. One of the most rewarding aspects of our work is seeing transformation happen in real time. I'm thinking about a senior who came to us maybe about 2-3 months ago at the age of 99. She actually has a birthday coming up in a couple months. She'll be 100, who was feeling isolated, disconnected, and struggling with the challenges that often accompany aging sometimes. Through her participation in adult day services thus far, she has found a renewed sense of community, purpose, and belonging. She has developed friendships already, participated in our wellness activities, and she engages actively every single time she's here. Their family has also experienced relief, knowing that their loved one is in a safe place and supportive and thriving during the day. What became as a need of assistance evolved into an opportunity for renewed confidence and joy for this particular senior that I'm referring to. And stories like this remind us that our work is about more than services. It's about restoring hope, preserving dignity, and helping people continue to live meaningful lives while they age in place.
I guess what was that moment when you realized this is what we need to do for the community that's aging?
For me, it's always going to be personal. I mentioned a while back that we all share one divine purpose in life, and that's to improve the human capacity in any capacity that we can, whether that's on a micro or a macro level. I don't care how you do it. Well, you do it in the church, you can do street ministry, you can do it in the community, you can do it in your own home. But we all have a responsibility to give back. As cliche as that may say, to whom much is given, much is required. Contrary to popular belief, this lifetime is not all about just us, but for what we do for others is what matters to most. And so it's in those moments that are really personalized when you can see a person live up close and in person, and you can see their facial expression. You can feel the energy of that person. You can feel the emotion of that person, and that you know that you're actually doing good work. You know, it's one thing to have a conversation via text and over the phone and through email like most people do, especially in today's technology, but to have an up close and personal where you can read people's body language and get their expression. And, you know, when it's really touching when a person can get so emotional that they get teary-eyed, not tears of sadness, but tears of joy. That work in itself is invaluable. You can't pay me enough to do that kind of work. And that's the kind of work, and that's the type of stuff that we believe in here at Chicago Commons.
I'm getting teary-eyed right now, Terence.
Oh, stop it.
Well, you know, I know we have listeners this morning who may be saying, I think my mom could use this. My dad has been alone since losing his spouse, or I'm exhausted trying to care for my loved one. If someone listening today needs help for themselves, a parent, a grandparent, neighbor, or friend, what is the very first step? How do they begin that conversation with Chicago Commons?
You know, the first thing you do is you call Chicago Commons. You give us a phone call. You can email us. You can reach us on the web and send out communication. On the web, there's an inquiry box that says you can type in a note. Hey, I'm interested in adult day services. I'm interested in home care. And someone will return your email or contact you within 24 hours. Same applies to if you actually call us over the phone. If we can't take care of that conversation right then and there, someone will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Our response time is very quickly. We'll get back to you because we believe that, you know, coming in on time, response time is critical to success, especially when there's a major need for our seniors to at least get some information about, you know, the services that we provide.
Of course. Before I let you go, what's on your heart this morning? What message would you like every senior and every caregiver listening to remember today?
You know, Donna, my message is really simple. You do not have to navigate aging alone. Whether you're a senior seeking support or a family caregiver looking for guidance, Chicago Commons is here to help. One phone call can connect you with the resources, the information, the education, and the care professionals who will walk alongside you every step of the way. Aging is not the end of a person's story. It is another chapter filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and purpose. At Chicago Commons, we are committed to ensuring that every older adult has the opportunity to age. Again, I keep going back to dignity, independence, and respect. We invite anyone who needs assistance to reach out, learn more about how we support them and their loved ones, because together we can build a community where every senior is valued, empowered, and able to thrive. And I'll put this out there as well. You can call me personally. Say, I heard Mr. Sims on the radio. I need to talk to him. That message will get to me, and I will return your phone call personally.
Get your pens ready, because what's the best way for someone to get in touch with Chicago Commons Senior Services?
You can call us at 773-373-5055, or you can reach us on our website at www.chicagocommons.org.
Wonderful. Thank you again, Terence, for joining us this morning and for the incredible work that you and the entire Chicago Commons team does every day to help our seniors, I guess, with life. Okay, life be life. And of course, that word again, dignity, purpose, and independence. Remember, everyone asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. I got that from you, Terence. It's one of the strongest things you can do for yourself or someone you love. Terence Santos de la Rosa Sims, VP of Senior Services at Chicago Commons. I want to thank you once again for bringing the noise so that our seniors know exactly where to go if they need the help that you guys provide. You are the best. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
All right.